Hello, wonderful beings. I am Anisha, and this is Wheel of Wisdom, episode number 77. I would love to know who all are here. And are you joining us for the very first time, or have you been here before? So, yeah, I would love to, interact with you and get to know you. So, yeah, you can share in the comments. Are you a first timer, or have you been here before? Because I do see some new beautiful faces here. Hi, Lisa. Welcome. I am so happy to have you here again. Thank you so much. It means a lot to see you, coming back live after live. It just makes me feel like, yeah, you really value them. Hi, Anne. Anne is joining us from Boston, and Anne has been here before. Wonderful. Thank you, Anne, for coming back. I so appreciate your presence. Love having each and every one of you coming back. Hmm. Lisa says always great to be here. Thank you. Hi, Jess. Jess is joining us from Australia. Beautiful. Welcome to this live. And I hope that you get something valuable out of this, something useful out of this live. Hi, Char. Welcome back again. Char is joining us from Australia. Beautiful, wonderful. Thank you so much for joining back. I love seeing you guys here. Noni says, I love your lives. It's been a while. I'm happy to be here with you today. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for sharing that. And I'm glad that, you're enjoying this space. I am honored to host this for you. Thank you so much for coming back. Okay, so we have a lot of people who have been here before, and I think a new one also. I think Jess, are you joining us for the very first time? Because I did not recognize your name. So yeah, are you here for the very first time? Hmm. Okay, guys, I am just asking anyone, if they're joining for the very first time, because then only I'm going to like share what we do in these lives. And if anyone, if everyone is here who is coming back again, then we don't need to share the structure and everything. We can just start with the live. So, yeah, if anyone is here for the very first time, you can mention that. Caitlin. Hi, Caitlin. So happy to see you here, back again. It's been so long. I missed you. S says, Good morning, first time here. Welcome, S. I am glad that this was going on your screen and you decided to tune in. Thank you for giving this space a chance. And we have Rochelle. Hi, Rochelle. Thank you so much for joining, for giving this live a chance. And I hope that you gain something valuable out of this live today. You leave this live with a full heart. Okay, Caitlin says, yes, been busy with the kiddo and mom. Okay, yeah, you can join anytime, and yeah, there is no compulsion, but yeah, I missed you. Okay, so I hope that everything is fine, within your home with the kiddo and mom, Caitlin. Okay, so what we do is that we start these lives with a meditation so that we can open ourselves, so that we can raise our vibrations in order to receive that higher wisdom. So we do a short meditation from 5 minutes to 20 or 25 minutes. It varies. And then we have a wheel of wisdom. So we spin that wheel, and through that wheel, God, universe, spirit, source, angels, whatever you believe in, chooses a book for us to do a reading from. And then I ask you guys to choose a number. So, yeah, we have some fun with the numbers, and yeah, and then we go on to read a highlighted paragraph from that page number. So yeah, things like flows from there. So yeah, before we like go into the details of that time, let's come into the now and maybe begin with the first part of this live, which is a meditation. So, are you guys ready for the meditation? Type ready in the comments if you are. Okay, beautiful. Thank you, Edgar, Rochelle, Lisa, Caitlin, for letting me know. Okay. Thank you, Leslie. Nice to have you. Okay. So begin by coming into a comfortable position. You can either sit, stand, or lie down, whatever your body needs right now. Allowing your spine to get just a little bit taller. Your head is in alignment with the spine, and your hands are resting in your lap, on your knees, or by the sides of your body, whatever brings you comfort. And now, if you feel safe, allow your eyes to close completely, or alternatively, you can choose to lower your gaze, looking downward to limit visual distraction. And now, as your attention is turned inward, allow it to rest at the back of your body. So, bringing your attention to notice your whole back, the upper back and the lower back. And in this meditation, we will go on a journey to simply notice and offer gratitude to each part of your back, the sturdy, quiet architecture that carries you throughout your life. So, bringing awareness to the top of your spine, where your neck begins. You might sense a subtle tension or the weight of your head. So, as you connect with your cervical spine in this manner, allow some gratitude to flow in and touch this part of your body through my words. Thank you, my cervical spine, for holding the gateway between my body and my mind, for supporting my gaze and welcoming all the viewpoints, for allowing me to look up at the sky, and for bending when I look down in prayer, for turning gently towards beauty and connection, and carrying the weight of my thoughts day after day. Now let your attention slide down to the area between your shoulder blades. So, in your upper back, here is located the thoracic spine, the longest section of your spine, where stability meets your breath, sensing your breath expanding your rib cage in this region. And now offering some gratitude to your thoracic spine. Thank you, my dear thoracic spine, for holding me upright, for anchoring my ribs so my lungs can breathe, for letting me twist and reach and stretch wide, for your noble strength, even when burdened. You are the pillar that holds me every single day. Now letting your attention drop down, feeling the curve of your lower back. This is your lumbar spine, the hard-working bridge between your upper body and your lower body. So, as you pay attention here, you might notice some heaviness, a gentle pull, or perhaps certain pain. So, offering some gratitude to your lumbar spine. Thank you, my dear lumbar spine. Thank you for carrying what I could not put down physically or emotionally, for helping me twist, lean, dance, bow, and rise. You are the quiet bridge between stability and flow. Thank you for supporting me through life. Now, dropping your attention down to the very base of your spine, located here is the sacrum and the coccyx, also known as your tailbone. Noticing how this rooted point touches the earth beneath you, and offering some gratitude. Thank you, my dear sacrum and coccyx, for anchoring me to the earth, for anchoring me to safety and stillness, for being the root of all support, for supporting the cradle of my pelvis, and for stabilizing my walk, my stance, and my seat. As you have completed your journey through the spine, allow your attention to come back to your shoulders, to the shoulder blades, widening your awareness to the winged bones on your upper back. So, staying and being with your scapulae or your shoulder bones. So, noticing any tension present in your shoulder blades, noticing them moving with your breath, And now, offering some gratitude to your shoulder blades. Thank you, my dear shoulder blades, for giving my arms the freedom to open, to reach, and to embrace, for supporting every hug, every gesture, and every reach towards life. You are the wings behind every gesture of care. And now feel into the soft spaces just beneath your ribs, on either side of your spine. Beneath your ribs are located your kidneys. So bringing gentle attention there, sensing the strength of your lower back and offering some gratitude to your kidneys. Thank you, kidneys, for cleansing me day after day, for filtering every drop of my blood, for balancing salt and water, for listening so closely to my inner chemistry. And finally, for releasing what I no longer need. And now comes the final part of your back. So, bringing gentle awareness to the tiny yet powerful adrenal glands. They are located just above your kidneys. So it's okay if you cannot feel them. You are welcome to imagine them at the top of your kidneys. And as you feel their fire, offering some appreciation to them. Thank you, my dear adrenal glands. Thank you for responding when life feels urgent, for fueling me with courage in times of stress, for giving me the spark to rise, to face, and to move, for knowing when to rest and when to rise. And now widen your awareness to the entire back, from the base of your skull to the tailbone, and offering some final gratitude to your whole back. Thank you, my dear back, for showing up in pain or strain, for carrying the burdens I wasn't aware of, for supporting me when no one did. I am sorry if I never acknowledged and appreciated you, but I am here now. I see you. I honor you, and I thank you. You are doing great. And now we are going to move to the final part of this meditation, which involves offering some healing to your back. So allow yourself to imagine a warm golden light. Feel it move through your neck to your tailbone, soothing, loosening, and nourishing every single vertebrae, loosening and nourishing every joint and muscle in your back. Imagine this light flowing through the crown of your head, flowing down gently along your spine, over the shoulder blades, expanding in the lower back, and finally pulling in your tailbone, letting it heal you. With each inhale, feel yourself drawing in support from the universe. And with each out breath, releasing any burdens that you have been carrying for a long time. Breathing in support and breathing out burdens. And as we reach the end of this meditation, allow yourself to carry this trust with you that the universe has your back. Take a deep breath in, and with the out breath, letting go of this practice. Bringing in small movement to your body, like wiggling your toes and your fingers, connecting with your whole body. And whenever you feel ready, gently opening your eyes, connecting back with the environment around you. Welcome back. If you feel called to share your experience, you can do so in the comments. And if you don't feel like typing, you can, press the heart to let me know that the meditation resonated with you. Thank you so much for all the love that you are sending my way. Allow yourself to reconnect. And I see that some new people have joined us while we were meditating. So, welcome to you all. Welcome to episode number 77 of Wheel of Wisdom. And in case you missed the meditation, I would like to know that I would like you to, to tell you that the meditation or this whole live is getting recorded. So you can always access the replays by going to the link in the About section of my profile. And also that this is not the only part of this whole life, this is just the starting, and there is a lot more fun and wisdom that is yet to come. Yeah, so we are going to tune back into that. And if you enjoyed this particular meditation and you feel like checking my other meditations out, then I want to let you know that I already have a lot of meditations on my profile. I have like around 41 free tracks and around 11 premium tracks. So you're welcome to check them out. And also, there are like, so just like this particular meditation, we do one meditation in each live, and we have recorded around 85 meditations so far. And now I'm releasing them on Insight Timer as a free track, so it is available to everyone. So, yeah, so if you would like to get notified about those meditations coming out and getting published, then you can simply, hit a follow button if you're new to me. And yeah, and just enjoy those tracks. Okay, so let me show you guys the wheel of wisdom, on into which we're going to tap in a few moments. So, guys, this is our wheel of wisdom. And for anyone who is joining us for the very first time, it contains the names of 31 books that have been randomly chosen out of the many books that I have read in the past 8 years in my own journey of transformation. So, yeah, so what we're going to do next is that we're going to spin this wheel, and this wheel is going to randomly or magically choose a book for us. So now that we are more open, receptive, and in a high vibration, we are going to tap into that higher wisdom that the universe, God, spirit, source, consciousness, divine, angels, higher self, whatever you believe in, wants to send your way through, the book. So, before we spin the wheel, I invite you guys to take a moment to think, to bring to your mind any specific issue on which you would like to receive some guidance, or a particular area of your life in which you would love some direction or clarity. So allow that to come to the forefront of your mind. And if there is nothing specific, you can just set an intention that may I receive some general guidance for today. So take a moment to do so. And when you are done, when you have thought of something, you can press the heart somewhere here, like somewhere here or below the comments, to let me know that you have thought of something. And then we can spin the wheel. Thank you. Okay, I see that some people have thought of something. I'm going to take a sip of water and yeah, giving anyone else also the chance. Thank you, Lisa, for letting me know. Hmm. Okay, so let's see. Caitlin says open to Wheels wisdom. Wonderful. I love your openness, Caitlin. Okay, so let's spin. Holding whatever it is in your mind. So, the book that came for all of us today is Excuses Be Gone. Excuses Be Gone. How to change your thoughts. Sorry, how to change thoughts that keep you from your dreams. And this book has been written by Wayne Dyer. So let's see, what this book wants to convey to all of us. Give me a second to open the book. And until I open the book, I want to let you guys know that in a moment from now, I am going to ask you guys to choose some numbers. Okay, maybe not for this one, maybe for the next reading. Okay, for this one, what I'm going to do is that I am going to set an intention for all of us. And I'm going to tune into my intuition, close my eyes, and scroll through the pages of the book until I feel like this is the section that everyone needs to hear from. This is something that all of us needs to hear. So that is what we are going to do for the first reading. And for the next reading, we are going to choose a number. Okay. So yeah. Um, okay, so let's begin. So may a light of clarity shine upon you. and you see a clear direction to move ahead on your path to love, to alignment, and to fulfillment. Okay, let's see what wants to come through. Hmm, let's see. Okay. So the author says, one of my favorite techniques to bring me squarely into alignment with the present is to imagine what all of God's beautiful creatures do in every moment of their existence. So, you know, so whenever you're in a situation and you don't know what to do, you don't know how to act or which decision to make, then what the author uses is kind of like a prompt that imagining what all of God's beautiful creatures do in every moment of their existence. So this reminds me of a version of I think I heard it in a movie or something like what would Jesus do? Or a more neutral and a more inclusive word that what would love do in this moment? So, whenever you are confused, when you don't know what to do, asking yourself that what would love do in this very situation, in this very moment? I can see the alignment and the hearts. Yeah, and this is a very simple question, and yet it can impact us very deeply because it's not the big decisions always. It is also about the small decisions, the very, very smaller ones. And we don't need very big decisions to change the trajectory of our life. You know, if we just keep on making the small decisions in the right directions, we can change the trajectory of our life, wherever you thought you were going, if you kept doing the things the way that you're right now doing. So maybe asking yourself that, and if you have any specific area in your mind, and just asking yourself that if I continue doing what I'm doing in this area of my life, then where would I be in the next 5 years? Take a moment to reflect upon that. And if there is no specific area that is coming to your mind in which you have some confusion or you would like more alignment, then just thinking that if I continue being who I am right now, then where would I be in the next 10 years? Then who would I be in the next 10 years? And if you don't like that version of you, or if you don't like the visualization of what that area would look like the 5 or 10 years from now, then we need to begin right now to start taking smaller steps in that area, to start taking smaller steps towards who you want to be. Not a bigger change. You don't want to scare your mind. You don't want to, you know, um, like shake your whole inner system, but smaller changes. And this one question can help you decide that right direction, decide the right kind of changes. That what would love do in this very situation? Hmm. Okay. And if anyone is resonating with this reading, feel free to share what is coming up for you in the comments, because I always say it is not that I am delivering you any sort of wisdom or the author of this book is delivering you any sort of wisdom. Things are coming up from this book, from me, and similarly, they can come up from you. You know, everyone, everything is a source of wisdom. We just need to listen and to look deeply. Lisa says love is all around us. Exactly, you know. Yeah. Another slight change can be just visualizing love in in the other person in front of you, because every single one of us have done some act of love or kindness, no matter how small. So yeah, maybe it is not a dominant part of them, but it is somewhere there in them. So yeah, it can be a gentle reminder that the divine is also in all of us, if love is, right? Mm. Lisa says, I need to make at least a small change. Exactly, you know, and not like a need or have to or should, but yeah, if it is coming up for you, then go for it. Just think of what small change can you make for the next hour after this live, you know, or for today. I should. Yeah, I kind of don't go with the energy of shoulds and need to and have to, because they bring a lot of pressure. They bring a lot of judgments and criticism with them if we don't do the things that we should or we need to or we have to. So, yeah, I go with the energy of I want to, or I prefer, or I would love to, you know, and they bring some openness. Lisa says very true, Anisha. I am glad that that resonated with you. Yeah, and there is no pressure, but yeah, shoulds have kind of been seen as a negative thing in like a kind of thinking pattern, not negative, but a kind of thinking pattern that is not very helpful. So yeah, that's what I thought of highlighting here. And if you're interested in that, you know, what I'm mentioning about should, or what other thinking patterns are there that are not very helpful for us and how to change them, then I do have like a course for you. Um, so it not only includes telling you the common thinking, you know, patterns that make people's life miserable in a way, because our thoughts determine the way we feel and we behave, and hence the results that we get in our life. But also, you know, hmm, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, okay. But yeah, if you are interested in, you know, learning about them and also overcoming them, then you can check out this course. This is by far my most popular course on Insta Timer. So it has around like 3,700 people. And yeah, and people love this course. So it has been helpful for them. So I hope that it is for you if you're interested in learning about these kind of things. So yeah, you can save it before, you know, so I can remove that from here. Okay, now it is time for the next reading. Hmm. So give me a second to take a sip, hydrate myself, and you guys can too. And then we can move on to the next one. And if you found this, you know, this first reading helpful in some manner or valuable, or maybe the meditation was helpful in some manner, and you would like to support me so that I can put in more time and energy into these lives, then you can do so by making a donation of whatever amount that, you know, that you feel called to. Because yeah, I love being here, but the donations are always helpful to make time and space and yeah, everything here. Okay, so let's see what is for the next reading. And again, bring into your mind whatever it is that you would like to receive some wisdom on. And here we go. Oh, this book came for the very first time, and I love this series by Thich Nhat Hanh. So, the name of the book is very simple, and the practices are yet very profound. So, the book that came up for all of us is How to Sit. His titles are like this only, how to walk, how to eat, and yeah, they have some lovely practices. So, the book is How to Sit, and it has been written by Thich Nhat Hanh. Okay. So, let's see what wants to come through from this beautiful book. And this time I'm going to ask you guys to choose a number. So, yeah, we are going to invite in some fun. Okay, so this is kind of like the title page of this book. Let me show you. Yeah. Give me a second to choose some numbers between which I'm going to ask you guys to choose. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. So, in a moment from now, I am going to ask all of you beautiful people to choose a number between certain numbers. And I don't want you guys to rush at all because I'm not going to choose the top number. Instead, I'm going to go through all your numbers and choose the one that I feel called to once I tune into my own intuition. So, this will give us a chance to connect with your intuition as well as mine. So, I invite you guys to choose a number between 9 to 82. Here you go. Thank you, Jessica. Okay, 255. Interesting. Thank you, Cynthia, Amber, Lisa, Rochelle, V. Hi, V. Thank you for choosing that number. I love it. I see that I think you usually choose like double numbers, and this one is actually the number of this particular episode of Wheel of Wisdom, which is 77. So yeah, we are on 77th episode of Wheel of Wisdom. All thanks to you guys. Yeah, the series just started in January and I got so much love from you that yeah, I just kept going on. And soon, um okay, let me tell you, yeah. And soon in this month on 19th July, I am going to complete 1 year of doing lives on Insight Timer. So I started 1 year ago on 19th July 2024, and it is going to be 1 year on 19th July. And hopefully, it is going to be our 100th live, my 100th live. Like, not the series, but I've done previous, like other series also before this one. So, yeah, I am excited. We is awesome. Gina has chosen a number. Thank you, Gina. Anyone else feel called to? You can choose a number as well. Okay, so let's do this. Mhm. Okay, so before I tell you the number that is coming up for me, I want to let you know that whoever number I choose, it doesn't mean that that reading is just for them. It is for every single one of you. So since you're here, you were meant to receive that. Okay. Lisa says your 100th live anniversary coming up. How exciting, Anisha. Yeah, I am super excited and so very grateful to each and every one of you, you know. Your love and support made that possible. And yeah, I am a very introverted person, so I never imagined myself completing 100th live, you know. Yeah, let's see. I'm excited for 19th July. Oh, I am. That is so sweet of you, Lisa. Okay, let's see. I was going to name the number. So, the number that is coming up for me is 53, and the number has been chosen by Rochelle for all of us. Thank you so much. Or is it Rachel? You can correct me if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Feel free to correct me, and thank you for choosing that number for all of us. Okay, so what is on page number 53? Okay, Rochelle. Okay, thank you so much for letting me know. So, what came up on this page is the heading for this is creating a good habit. So, the author says if you sit regularly, it will become a habit. You will let go of trying to arrive anywhere. Even the Buddha still practiced sitting every day after his enlightenment. There is nowhere to arrive except the present moment. So, a very simple yet a very, important reminder that as we are rushing, as we are in this fast paced world and we are rushing through our lives, we don't even know when our day begins and when it is night, when we are doing task after task, action after action. Ah. And, the day passes, the week passes, we don't realize, we don't ever arrive in this present moment and appreciate it until something profound happens. So we wait for the extraordinary experiences to bring us back to this moment, to fill us with joy, fulfillment, awe, and wonder. And all we need to do is to develop this very simple habit that whenever we remember, we can pause physically and just sit for a moment. Maybe just sitting for for 3 breaths, you know. So you don't even need to look at your time, so you are not distracted. Just sitting for 3 breaths at one place without doing anything. And that's a simple enough practice to remember to pause and to come here and to sit and to experience this moment. And in fact, I think, yeah, I do have another course for you if you guys are interested, which I created. just for this thing, to recognize the beauty, the wonder, I don't know, the life that is around us. And we don't need to achieve anything, have anything, or do anything in order to notice that. So if you want to learn the skill of pausing, of appreciating what you have, and just letting your heart be open to the beauty of life that is here right now, then I would really, recommend this particular course. I would recommend you to check out because it doesn't need you to change anything, and it is not going to add anything to your busy life. Maybe it would enrich your experience of it. Not the busyness, but the pauses, the stillness, and the beauty. So, yeah, if you are interested in that, you can save this course. Amber says, "Me too, Anisha. Um, I move with much gratitude for you. You contribute such quality to life." Oh, thank you so much, Amber. I am so grateful to have such loving, appreciative, and kind and wonderful and generous people like you here to connect with you all, really. It means a lot. I truly mean that you made this possible. I would not have completed these many lives, and I wouldn't be reaching the 100th live on 19th July if it weren't for you guys. So I really mean it. You guys, sometimes, on some days I'm feeling low and I still show up and I am like I'm filled with joy or my mood has uplifted, just by interacting with you, just seeing the difference, some parts of this life is making for you. Yeah, and a lot of other things. So I really mean it. I am so grateful to you all. Okay, so let me check the time. I do have time for one more reading, and I was wondering to read from the page 55 because since two people chose that number, and the two people were Cynthia and Amber, so it came twice, so it was meant to be. I'm feeling like that, so I'm going to read from this page. Oh, it is kind of like a story. Oh, Cynthia is excited. Thank you, Cynthia and Amber, for choosing this reading for all of us, including me and yourself. Okay, so there is a story, and it is about the title of the story is On the Bus in India, which is where I live. Not intentional, but a happy coincidence that this is coming up. So let's see. The author says, "Some years ago, I went to India to give retreats for the Dalit people. They are considered the lowest caste in Indian society and have been discriminated against for thousands of years. Many of them embraced, many of them have embraced Buddhism because there are no castes in Buddhist practice. A Dalit man from Buddhist society was helping organize our tour. He had a family, an apartment in New Delhi, and a comfortable material life. But he still carried the habit energies of his class and the discrimination against him. I was sitting next to him in the bus, enjoying looking out of the window at the landscape of India. When I turned my when I turned my head back, I saw him sitting in a very tense way. While I was enjoying sitting in the bus, he wasn't enjoying it at all. I said, "Dear friend, I know that you are eager to make my visit pleasant and happy. I am feeling very comfortable and happy right now. So please sit back and relax. Don't worry. He said, okay. And he sat back and relaxed while I look out of the window again and enjoyed the scenery. When I looked back a few minutes later, I saw him again, as rigid as before, because those worries, feelings, and that tendency always to be struggling had been handed down to him by many generations of ancestors. It's not easy just to stop and recognize old habit energies. We all need a friend to help remind us from time to time. If no one else is there, the sound of the bell can be that friend. So in Buddhist traditions and in his monastery, in Thich Nhat Hanh's monastery, also known as Plum Village, there is this bell that rings from time to time, or I think every hour. And when that bell rings, everyone in that place stops doing whatever they are doing and they pause and they listen to that bell. They listen to the sound of that bell from the beginning to the end, even the faintest of the sound that remains when the bell is, um, yeah, when the bell is like touched or something, yeah. Um, so they remain with it and they use that as a reminder to come back to this moment, to come back into this present moment and arrive and pause and even maybe sit. That is the practice, whatever they're doing. But yeah, just, pausing and arriving rather than just losing yourself in whatever you are doing. Cynthia says, beautiful. Lisa says, this is so nice. A good way to bring all together in thought. Exactly. I am glad that you're resonating with it, you both of you, and everyone else also. So, you know, if no one else is there, the sound of the bell can be that friend, reminding us to recognize and smile at our old habit energies. In that way, we can become free of them. So, there is this pattern, for example, of thinking. We have certain thoughts, and we have the same kind of thoughts, every single day. So 90% of the thoughts, or the majority of our thoughts that we have today, are the same thoughts that we're going to have tomorrow and the next day and the next day. So we have a way of thinking, we have all these habitual tendencies, we have habitual way of thinking in our head. And when we are engaging in it, sometimes we don't recognize it, just like this person on the bus did not recognize it. And we sometimes need a reminder or even other person to first of all show that, first of all show to us that this way of thinking is not how everyone thinks, or maybe this way of thinking is not helpful. And this can be done by a friend, or this can be done by a coach or therapist, because we need, first of all, we need that awareness. And then we need mindfulness or reminders. Reminders can help develop reminders can be another wonderful way to develop mindfulness. For example, I can see that some of you are liking the sound of the bell, practice. So you can put alarms in your phone, for every 1 hour or 2 hour or whatever works for you, and choose a bell or choose a pleasant sound that rings for 1 minute and just stay with it. Use it to come back to yourself every time, come back and then notice what is going on inside me. In this way, you can become aware and mindful of what is happening and then make a choice from there that should I, like, do I want to continue that or do I not? And and if first of all you need someone else to guide you to become aware of those thoughts, then ask for that help. Seek out that professional. And if you are a woman, then I have a good news for you because yeah, so I reveal it towards the end, but it seems like the end. And I also saw 11111 in the number in the time. So yeah, it seems like the right moment to put it here, you know, which is that I am I have recently started offering a gift to all the women who attend my live and stay till the end. And the gift is to have a powerful complimentary session with me because I am, apart from being a mindfulness meditation teacher, I am also a psychologist and a life coach. So, if you are a woman who would be interested in, grabbing onto this offer of a free 1 hour coaching session with me, then you're welcome to message me on Insight Timer. I would be honored to guide you on that journey of yours, to be a part of it, even for a little while. And I will do my best possible to support you to provide whatever it is that you need. And and if you're considering whether to invest your time and energy, and that's all I am asking for. So if you're wondering about that, then I can make a promise to you, which is that you're going to leave that session with at least one powerful insight, because that has happened with every single woman that I've worked with so far. So yeah, you're welcome to. So if you're a woman who is interested in stepping into your highest potential, in creating a fulfilling life, or just experiencing coaching with me, then you can message me on Insight Timer. And the way to message me is, let me show you. So you can go to my profile, and if you're already following me, you would see like a donate button instead of a follow button here. And above it, three dots will appear. Click on the three dots and go to message teacher. And you can message me that Anisha, I'm interested in that complimentary session and I would love to schedule it with you as soon as possible. Okay, we have a lot of comments. So I'm going to go through them. Let's see. And until then, if you guys are finding it, helpful, if you found anything of value or if you're enjoying the space, and if you would like to support me in, continuing these lives and yeah, putting in more energy, time, and effort and everything into these lives, then you can do so by making a donation of whatever amount that you feel called to, no pressure. I appreciate every single, you know, energy of abundance that comes from you. So no amount is small, every amount is appreciated. And if you can't, if you're not able to, then that is also fine. You can support me in other ways, just listening to my content and yeah, leaving reviews. Okay, let's see. So V says, the sound of the bell, a new and better habit to cultivate. I love that, that you are, so open to cultivating this habit. And yeah, you can have a bell in your home, or you can have like an alarm that plays the sound of a bell. So yeah, I am glad that the practice resonated with you. Lisa says power in numbers. Yeah. Katie says, I still have my mission to use with you. Sorry, my session to use with you. I would forgotten to use it. Yeah, you're welcome to schedule it with me, Katie. I am excited. I just loved, so I started doing this in February. as like kind of like a Valentine's gift to everyone, to all the women who attend my live. And I just, when I did that, I found it so fulfilling to offer this, to offer something that I can. So yeah, I would be honored. I would be really honored. Okay. Katie says, what is time there now in terms of planning it another time? Yeah, so Katie, like you can message me and I can share you my time slots and everything. And if you're asking about the time of this live, then yeah, it is like 6:30 IST in India, 6:30 p.m. IST, Indian Standard Time. So you can convert it to your time. But yeah, it is the same time, day after tomorrow. So I have another live schedule day after tomorrow. Okay, let's see. And thank you so much, Lisa, for your kind donation. I so appreciate that, you offering this with so much love, and I'm grateful to receive this support. It really means a lot as it allows me to continue doing this, to offer the things that I can, and you're not just supporting me, but also allowing me to offer all of these things for free, like the complimentary session or the tracks or these lives, and yeah, and they touch other people as well. So thank you. Let's see. Lisa says, Anisha, you're you're amazing, inspiring, knowledgeable, and kind. I am so glad to hear that from you. Thank you for this amazing feedback and for bringing warmth to my heart. Thank you. I'm glad that you like being with me here. Okay, let's see. Okay, it is 10 a.m. there for you. Mm-hmm. Okay, then good morning, and I hope that you have a wonderful day, KD. Let's see. Amber asked, what book? Yeah, so the name of the book is um, yeah, How to Sit by Thich Nhat Hanh. And yeah, if you enjoyed the book, you're welcome to check that out. Okay, let's see. Cynthia says How to Sit. Thank you, Cynthia, for mentioning that. And thank you so much, Amber, for your kind gift. I so appreciate it, really. Thank you so much. Ah, I'm just feeling your love, And I'm feeling so much grateful that you allow me to continue what I love. It means a lot, to continue on this path and to be able to touch others and contribute in any manner that I can. And it is made possible by our donations. So yeah, thank you. Katie says how to sit. Have always wanted to read that one. Maybe that is the chance. That is why this book came up. As a reminder for you. Okay, so I have a few announcements. Since we reached towards the end of the session, especially for anyone who's joining for the very first time. So I want to let you know that this live is getting recorded. So in case you miss anything, like the meditation that we did at the start, which was about offering gratitude and healing to our back, and it is part of like, this whole series around body gratitude, like body appreciation and healing and everything. So yeah, this was just one part that we covered. We have already covered a lot of different body parts, and I think two are left to cover in the future sessions. So yeah, if you are interested, you can check out all the replays, the previous replays to continue and do this whole body series on your own, or just check out this replay. So the way to do so is that you can go to my profile again, go to the about section. When you scroll down, you will see a link tree here. So when you click on this link tree, you will see Wheel of Wisdom replay written there, like this. Here. So yeah, you can, not only get this particular replay, which is episode number 77, but I have created a playlist of all the lives in this Wheel of Wisdom series. and I have numbered them. Why I have done so is because I want you to develop a connection with your own intuition. So when you need some guidance, but I'm not going live, and you would like to tap into just the energy of this whole live, then you can just open the playlist, choose a number between 1 to 77, and just watch that video, whatever number comes up for you. Just open that video and just receive that message because that wanted to come through to you. So yeah, in this manner, you can catch on to not this one, but all the lives up until now. Although it take like 1 hour for this whole video to get uploaded on my channel. Um, so if you want immediate access, then what you can do is that you can join my group, which is Wonderful Beings. Let me type it here. Give me a second. So what you guys can do is that you can, join this group, which either you can search in the search box on Inside Timer, or you can again open my profile, okay, on the homepage only. Start scrolling down. And by the way, this is like the latest track that got released, I think day before yesterday. And the name of this track is Balance Your Throat Chakra for Clear and Authentic Communication. So yeah, if you struggle with that, you can check out this. Or if you are interested in like, balancing your whole chakras using chants, affirmations, and visualizations and stuff like that, then I'm like releasing this whole series. So we have throat chakra, heart chakra, solar plexus, and like a lot of other chakras as well. And these are also the meditations that we did in Wheel of Wisdom Live. So, as I said, I'm going to release those meditations one by one each week. So, yeah, these are all the meditations that came out from the chakra series. I have like a lot other meditations also without that theme, without this particular theme. And what I've done is that I have like, clubbed all of these meditations here in this Wheel of Wisdom meditation playlist so that you can easily navigate, easily found all the meditations from this Wheel of Wisdom live. And I've also arranged all of my content in the form of like these playlists, mindfulness challenge or self-soothing techniques or stuff like that, so that it is easier for you to figure out, the all of the content because there is a lot and a lot more is coming. So yeah, if you would like to, get notified, feel free to follow me if you're resonating with me. Okay, so I was telling you about the group. So when you scroll all the way down, right, below these playlists, you will see Wonderful Beings group there. So this is my little community on a side timer where I like post a summary after each live, including the type of meditation that we did, the name of the books, the authors, as well as, the readings that we did. So everything in one place, so you don't miss out on anything at all. And I also post like updates there. So if a new track is getting released or something, I mention that there. Yeah. And if you don't want to join my community or like the group, then you're welcome to just follow me and you will get notified about the new tracks as well as the next live event, which is day after tomorrow at the same time. I see some comments here. Cynthia says, I love that you take the time to show us where to go. Many thanks. Thank you, Cynthia. I am glad that is helpful. Yeah, because it is like sometimes tricky when I say things in the air rather than showing things because I know some people are visual learners, some people are auditory. So yeah. KD says name of the group again. The name of the group KD is Wonderful Beings. I have mentioned that above in the chat. Lisa says, yes, Cynthia, me too. Thank you, Anisha, for being so thorough. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you for expressing that you like that. Because yeah, sometimes I'm like, am I taking too much time? Yeah, but I'm glad that that is helpful. Yeah, what else? I think that is it. Yeah, wonderful beings. Yeah, because you guys, all of you are wonderful, full of wonder, even if when you can't see it. Sometimes. So What was I saying? Let me think. I lost my train of thought. Yeah. Lisa says never. Are you ever talking too much time? Are you ever taking too much time? Oh, Lisa, you're so sweet. Thank you. Um, all the time we are here with you. You are cherished. I love being here with you guys, you know. I love spending this time with you. Hmm. Sometimes I'm like, no, I don't want to end the live. But we gotta do other stuff as well. But yeah, I so enjoy spending time with each and every one of you. Okay, so the last part. Like even though, you know, I just offer one-on-one, I just work one-on-one with women. But if you are not a woman, then you can check out my other offerings, you know, on Inside Timer on my profile. So I have like, as I mentioned, a few playlists, a whole mindfulness meditation challenge to which I'm going to add some more tracks. Like the meditations are pretty big now, which someone mentioned. So yeah, I'm going to launch shorter ones as well, like 10 minute version, 5 minute version. So I'm going to add to that. I have a playlist for self-soothing techniques, which you just saw, you know, including the emotion regulation techniques that therapists recommend their clients to help them center themselves, ground themselves when they're overwhelmed by the emotions and stuff like that. So yeah, you can check out those playlists. You can check out like the chakra series, or I have a lot of free tracks, so feel free to go through them. And I also have 7 courses in which I try to just club every knowledge, all the knowledge that I have, and just put it out there. And yeah, like 3 courses are related to identifying your negative thoughts, identifying your limiting beliefs, overcoming your negative thoughts, and stuff like that. And those 3 are my most popular ones. And the other set of courses that I have are related to mindfulness, like, you know, cultivating mindfulness or understanding it, because there are a lot of myths around it. So I have like shared my whole story in a course. If you are interested and if you would like to begin the cultivating the skill of mindfulness, which I believe is the basis for any change, because we need to be aware of the triggers of when we are indulging in our habitual tendencies and stuff like that. So yeah, you can, you know, start with this particular course. I've shared my own story. I have also shared um various tools and prompts and everything to help you enrich your formal practice, like where you sit down in a closed room, and to include mindfulness in your daily life, which which is the part that I truly love, and which is the part that I think kind of changed my life. So yeah. Yeah, so I have courses around mindfulness and various attitudes of mindfulness, like cultivating beginner's mind, curiosity, acceptance, you know, when you are dealing with a difficult life situation, or cultivating the attitude of non-striving, which goes perfectly with the first reading or the second reading. I don't know. But yeah, you know, not continuously striving for the next thing, you know, if only I had that and that and that, or I'm not satisfied here. So yeah, just a little, it is my smallest course yet. So if you're interested, you can check that out. The course is this. Let me share that here. So it is like a very mini 3-day course. KD says, think I have used the self-soothing track, effective and supportive. Thank you so much, KD, for sharing that here. I am glad that it was useful for you. And yeah, and thank you for sharing that here, you know, and letting other people know as well. So if in case they need that thing, then they would check that out. Okay. So I guess it is time now to end this, because it is like 1 hour, 30 minutes so far. And I guess it is like kind of dinner time at my place. So, yeah, thank you so very much for being here. If, you know, thank you so much for the loving hearts. Thank you for the beautiful interaction, the comments, the lovely feedback, compliments, every single thing, I so appreciate you and your presence here. I bow down to the divine within you all. Namaste. Bye bye. I will see you day after tomorrow in the next live. Lisa says time flies listening to you, Anish. Oh, it flies for me also being with you. Cynthia says appreciate the session so very much. Thank you, Cynthia. We says bye for now. Yeah, just for now. I will see you all in the next live day after tomorrow. And you can find the live here. Again, if anyone don't know, you can go to my profile. Okay, go to the event section and you will see all the lives here. It hasn't been uploaded yet. That's why you don't see the next live, but it would be, I think, by the end of tomorrow today for me. Yeah, so in a few hours. So bye bye. Take care. I will see you soon.